Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another match reaction. Guys, on today's match reaction, we're going to be giving my thoughts about Barcelona's game against Athletic Club. Barcelona came out with a 1-0 victory at home. But guys, before we get started on the match reaction, guys, make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Everything is posted down below in the description. Go down there, click on the links. We are on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. Basically, on every single platform, we are on there. So make sure to follow us over there. But guys, if you guys want to join and give your thoughts about the game, just go on my Twitter page at Kool-Aid Podcast. Just click on the link that I post, and then that way you guys will be able to join. Also, give your thoughts, comments, discussions, and we can have a debate on what we thought about the game. But now looking into Barcelona's game against Athletic Club, Barcelona lined up with Ter Stegen in goal, Balde, Inigo Martinez, Christensen, and Cancelo in the defense. In the midfield, pretty obvious. You had Gundogan or Romeo and Gavi. And up top, Xavi opted for Fermin Lopez instead of Lamine Yamal. Joao Felix played as the number 9, and then Ferran Torres on the right. And guys, my overall thoughts on the game was that Barcelona, they dominated. It wasn't the most brilliant performance from Barcelona. It wasn't like a 10 out of 10 where Barcelona just dominate them. They create tons of chances. They don't let Athletic Club create anything. Athletic Club, they actually make things very difficult for Barcelona. They basically defended in a mid block. They didn't pressure Ter Stegen that much. They wanted Ter Stegen to basically make those passes and then hit Barcelona on the counter. And that's what they did. I think Ter Stegen, for most of the game, had some amazing saves. And if it wasn't for Ter Stegen making those saves, Barcelona could have actually gone into the second half down maybe by a goal or two. I thought both the William brothers, even though you can see their rating being 6.8 and 6.3, I thought they played really well. They created multiple chances for them. And there's one save in particular where Ter Stegen has to get down low, and he blocks a chance from Nico Williams. And then the second opportunity, even though it was offside, Inigo Martinez, who we are going to talk about, has a crucial save. But Ter Stegen, props to him. He had a really good game. And now when we're talking about the defense as a whole, I think we were exposed on that right-hand side. Nico Williams constantly attacked Cancelo. Cancelo did a very good job. Just however, you do understand that when Cancelo goes up and attacks, that leaves space in the back. And this is what I think was a good test run for what's going to be next weekend when we play against Real Madrid, because next week we're going to be playing against Real Madrid, and the player who Cancelo is going to have to defend is going to be Vinicius Jr. Vinny Jr. is a very similar player to Nico Williams, and Cancelo, as I said, he did a very good job in defending Nico Williams. But in those chances where Nico Williams did beat Cancelo, he was basically one-on-one with Ter Stegen, or he got a shot off. And if that's Vinny Jr., I don't think he's as wasteful as Nico. And so Xavi's going to have a dilemma on his hands, whether he plays Joao Cancelo or Araujo in that position. But when we talk about the center back partnership, I thought Inigo Martinez had an absolutely phenomenal game. Inigo Martinez played some beautiful passes. He was absolutely superb defensively. Every single time he was one-on-one with Iñaki Williams, he shut him down. When Iñaki Williams went down centrally, he was absolutely superb in that position. I thought Christensen, he played a very good game. He didn't make too many mistakes. Just Inigo Martinez, he had those memorable moments in the game. I thought Balde, he was a good outlet on the left hand side. Just the one thing we constantly say, Balde does need to improve on his final his final ball, his final output. That's the one thing he's struggling with. There were multiple instances where, maybe a better cross or a better pass, he's going to be able to get another assist or two. Just it's very frustrating because Balde gets in these amazing positions, just he isn't able to get that clinical pass to make that difference. But overall, I thought the defense was solid. Just at times we were exposed defensively, just how much both Balde and Cancelo bombed up forward. And this is something that Xavi is going to have to work on in the training sessions, because as I said, when we're going to be playing against Real Madrid, they're not gonna be as merciful as Athletic Club. They're not gonna waste their chances, so they're gonna be much more clinical. But now when we talk about that midfield, guys, I thought Gundogan, he played really well. He started well as well. He had one or two passes which were just amazing to set up either Joao Felix or Fernando Torres. Or Romeo, as you guys can see, both him and Gavi were booked. Just Or Romeo was subbed off in the 60th minute mark. I thought Oro Romeo's game can be like separated into two halves, basically. Oro Romeo defensively, he was very good. He was rarely beaten. He recovered the ball really well. He covered space. Just on the ball, he did make a couple mistakes. And just like I said, if we are playing a better team, we are punished. Thankfully, those counterattacks from Athletic Club, they didn't turn out to be anything too serious. But we have to keep this in mind because if we're playing against better teams, we are going to be punished. And it's understandable because Romeo isn't Busquets. Romeo, you don't expect him to, to be extremely press resistant or making these wonderful passes. He's good enough. He's good enough in that position. Just we have to be careful in possession because we had some very dangerous opportunities, which could have led to us being a goal down. But Gavi, once again, guys, we have to remember this guy is 19 years old and he's putting on these type of performances. Gavi was great today, covered up a lot of ground. And then in the second half, actually, when Ordermill did come off for actually Lamine Yamal, you basically had Gundogan and Gavi as those two holding midfielders. And that's very interesting to see because, Gavi, he is that player who likes to be playing in that three, but he can also be playing as a CDM. Gavi can do wonders in that position. But guys, when we talk about up front, I think this is where Barcelona shined. I thought Ferran Torres, he had an okay performance. He did get a lot of the ball. He had tons of chances. Just that final pass, that final ball, it wasn't able to reach either Joao Felix or Fermin Lopez, or that final decision. He wasn't able to get on the score sheet. Just he did create some chances, and especially at the start of the game, you saw a ball from Inigo Martinez. He basically switched the play over to Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres just bombs down the right hand side and he puts on a fantastic cross for Joao Felix, which Joao Felix, he takes the shot and it hits the crossbar. And when we talk about Joao Felix, we have to talk about the amazing game that Joao Felix had. Joao Felix was amazing in this game. He was our most dangerous player. But I think he shined the best when he played in that left wing position. Fermin Lopez actually started on the left hand side, which I also think that Fermin Lopez, he did play a very very good game. Fermin Lopez was making those runs inside to the box, and Fermin Lopez could have actually scored if it wasn't for Unai Simon pulling up some fantastic saves. We could have seen, for example, Barcelona go into the second half being 1 or 2 goals up, but those saves just said not today. But as I said, Joao Felix, he did do better when he was put on that left wing position, and then it was actually firming down the middle. I thought that is when we saw some improvement when Joao Felix could have, cut inside and then make those passes into space, either to Fermin Lopez or Lamine Yamal. And then into the second half, when he was actually substituted off, we saw Lamine Yamal come in. And so then you had Joao Felix playing on the left. You had Ferran Torres playing down the middle, and Ferran Torres playing down on the right. And then wait, how was it? No, it was Joao Felix. Yeah, my apology. Joao Felix playing on the left, Ferran Torres playing down the middle, and Lamine Yamal playing on the right. That's when you saw Barcelona create the most opportunities. And Lamine Yamal, he actually had some moments of brilliances. He had a 1 or 2 moments where he absolutely cooked the defenders. And he actually had an opportunity to score as well. Just the finishing wasn't there. But guys, remember, if you guys want to join and also give your thoughts on the game, just go on my Twitter page at Kool-Aid Podcast. Click on the link that I post, and then you guys will be able to join the live stream. And then you can also give your thoughts because I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the game as well. But guys, we have to talk about the goal scorer of the night. We have to talk about Marc Guiu. Marc Guiu, He came on in the 79th minute, and it was thanks to a pass from Inigo Martinez to Joao Felix, and then Joao Felix to the pass, give a fantastic pass to Marc Guiu. And with his first touch in his debut, with his first game with Barcelona's first team, he gets a goal. And on top of that, it's the winning goal. Um, and it's such an amazing moment for Marc Guiu. He is a striker, and he's not from Athletic B, not from Barcelona's second team. He's actually from Barcelona's youth team. Basically, two categories lower than Barcelona's first team. Xavi has put tons of trust in him, bringing him on in such an occasion, and that faith is rewarded. Xavi basically gave Marc Guiu the chance to basically score, since Barcelona's attack is absolutely depleted. But we see Marc Guiu get that goal, which basically gives Barcelona a 1-0 lead. And this means that Barcelona are currently third in La Liga, currently 1 point behind both Girona and Real Madrid. Guys, Girona is having a fantastic start to La Liga. They're only 1 point behind. They're only 1 point ahead of Barcelona, but they're in second place. What a start that Girona are having. Both Eric Garcia and Pablo Torre are enjoying life in Girona. But guys, this means that next weekend, Barcelona is going to be fighting for the opportunity to clinch that first spot. And so this was a great chance to build momentum. Araujo, he did come on in the second half. He did get 30 minutes of action. He gave some good passes, but he was rested. Marco Balde came off in the 80-minute mark just to get some more 10 minutes. But overall, guys, I think it was a good performance. It wasn't brilliant, I would say, though. Barcelona at times were vulnerable, as I mentioned, to those counterattacks. And we have to be very careful, because when playing against Real Madrid is known to be the king of counterattacks. But just my closing thoughts on the game. Barcelona, they played well. They got the goal. They suffered at times, but thanks to Marc Guiu, we get the victory, and we move on. We move on into our Champions League game in midweek against Shakhtar Donetsk, and then we're going to be moving on into the game against Real Madrid in El Clasico. But guys, give me your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts on Barcelona's performance. Did you guys think that Barcelona played well? What are your thoughts on the game? And then lastly, what do you guys make of Marc Guiu's debut? Hopefully, we can see more of the kid. He's only 17 years old. That's actually crazy. But hopefully, we see another talent emerge from Barcelona's academy and absolutely do wonders. But guys, let me know your guys' thoughts on the game. And as always, guys, remember, like, subscribe.